Hey, this is Obelisk speaking, doing a One Piece chapter review, 992. The One Piece drought has finally ended. And for starters, we start off with I guess they revealed the color scheme for Yamato. And she appears to have white with some sort of, I want to say blue, but it almost looks like violet color going on here. But she's looking really nice. Red eyes and the horns are red too. And she also has a weird symbol in her chest, almost like a diamond symbol, and with horns in it, which is probably alluding to her Oni race, which I still believe they're from a separate race. And then we go to the cover page, and it's a colored cover page, and as always, these always have foreshadowing. And it's in a train, and we see Jinbei way in the back with a bear. Unclear what that means, but with the bear, nonetheless. I wonder why Jinbei is so far back. And we see Robin is cheering with Jinbei. She's like lifting up her cup, and Jinbei is also, so I guess they're cheering. And then we see that Robin's also eating a tangerine, which is weird. Well, it's not weird, it's just normal. And we see Baruch, and we see his hat. I think it says KU, P, maybe KU. Unclear what it says. And we see Frankie. Frankie's in the back too, and he's also cheering. So we thought we have three people cheering, which is interesting. We got a love triangle here for Robin. I always think if Robin is gonna go with Zoro, but we never know. And there's an interesting photo in the back. Appears to be a castle. I don't know. It could be a reference to the Flower Capital Castle, somewhere there. And then we see Sanji handing out juices, refreshments, and this. I wonder if Sanji's gonna do any cooking in the mix of the battle to recover stamina. This could be alluding this. And then we see Chopper using a binocular to look out in the distance. And then we see Luffy with his hat. And we also see like the seagulls that deliver the news. And Luffy's eating a bento box, and it has a horse in it. So I wanna, is that horse meat? I don't know. Japanese do like to eat horse meat, so could be. And then we see Zoro eating a ramen soup, I guess. And there's dragons on it with the sunlight. So I don't know if that's foreshadowing Zoro versus Kaido, but could be. And we start off with the first page, and pretty much Big Mom is telling Perospero. Well, we get finally the reunion between Perospero and Big Mom. And Big Mom is telling him no, the alliance is her idea. And he's telling him, well, I want to make you Pirate King. And Big Mom is like, don't you trust me? And it's only, I don't think Kaido is interested in becoming the Pirate King, but Big Mom is. So Big Mom's getting at something out of this alliance, and that's could be the end result of her becoming, or trying to become Pirate King. So she pretty much tells Perospero like, no, like the alliance is not going. It's not. She's 100% in the alliance until she gets what she wants, which is unclear at this point. And then we see Marco, and Marco is right there. So it seems the arrangement we made with Perospero is over. And he calls Kaido the Ogre Kaido. Ogre, referring to like Oni race. So once again, there probably are Oni race. And he's adjusting his glasses and probably adjusting his plans right there. And we get a very interesting conversation between him and Big Mom. And Big Mom actually is speaking him with actual respect, like this is what the Whitebeard pirates, the remnants of the Whitebeard pirates are doing. And he's probably referring because Izo's here. But Izo already have beef with Kaido because she was part of one of the Red Scabbards originally. And she calls them whippersnappers. So that's actually the kindest term she's actually called the Straw Hats, I think. Whippersnappers. And this is where Marco says you got it all wrong. Like, since Pops died, no one's tied to his will anymore. Pops didn't give any final orders like do this after I die. Well, he did say, but his final command was like to help Luffy with all their might. But that was referring to the current battle situation. I mean, after that, there were no real orders to do. They were all pretty much free to do as they please. And he's pretty much right. And Big Mom says that's right. Dead man give no orders. Do as you will. So Big Mom's saying like, yeah, do as you will. So I don't think they're gonna fight. And I don't think Big Mom actually wants to fight Marco, because Marco is pretty broken. Like, he can, if there's no sea cuffs on him, he can regenerate from virtually anything. Which also entails what's to Kaido. Kaido's immortal. So I think in an SPS, Oda said that he was virtually, like, he never aged, or he'll never age. Like, Marco will never age. Unless he killed unless he probably gets killed, killed off by someone with haki. And then we see Carrot, and Carrot's actually, I don't know how she saw Perospero, but she knows he's here and she's going after him. So we'll see where this goes. Honestly, don't think Carrot can beat Perospero, especially now that Perospero is right next to Big Mom. Marco could probably help, but I don't think Marco wants to waste his energy on Big Mom if they're like Big Mom doesn't want to fight him, and they're just like, yeah, do as you will. And then we see Luffy is moving forward, finally. And then we get this random cutoff here. And we see that Yamato is still trying to chase off Momonosuke, and he's still running, so that's kind of lame. And then we see Black Marie for some odd reason here. And she starts singing a song about, what was it called? Two who wish to be united but could never be together. So about two loves that probably are not meant to be, and they reunite under the moonlight, and their passions run high. So pretty much something's happening. But I don't know if she's referring to. I don't know what she's referring to. But Yamato, the fact that she's not even trying to fight anybody, she's just chilling, is suspicious on its own. I'm gonna call it out, but there could be a possibility that Black Marie is actually Kumurasaki. But this would throw off my Oni thing. Unless there's an Oni devil fruit, which is probably a possibility. And this is how Kumurasaki turns into this. She actually has like some sort of Oni devil fruit, which is interesting. So that could mean Kumurasaki is not that weak to begin with. Or there could be another relationship. One or two. We'll see where this goes, because it's strange that he cut off to this and then she just started singing for no apparent reason. And then we get to the meat and potatoes of this chapter, and it's Kaido fighting as Black Marie sings her song, which is also interesting. And we see the Red Scabbards are going all out against Kaido. Unclear if Kaido's going all out. And we also see that Kaido starting to produce electricity, which is, it just says roars. And this electricity is literally cracking the entire, like, the head of the skull, the top surface of the skull, which is probably bad. They're all gonna end up collapsing downwards. And we see the Red Scabbards throwing all their fights. Nekomamushi getting an uppercut on Kaido. Kappa doing a slice, like a sea slice or something. River of Seas, he calls it. But Kappa gets the palm strike. The claw palm strike gets set flying. And it looks like he's hitting some sort of mountainside. And I don't think this was in the skull. Or was it? What would there be a mountainside in the skull? Anyway, Kappa gets him flying, so he's probably being removed out of the fight for some reason. And then we see Inorashiki just coming with the leg stab here, like vicious. And then the rest of them starts sliding. Okiko starts doing like fallen snow slicing rounds, and then slicing rounds. And Kaido's still like baffled, like these attacks are nothing compared to like Odin. So he's still puzzled, like why are they still cutting me? Like I don't think. But in previous chapter he said like it's because of the Ryo, and now he seems to be puzzled of why, because how they're cutting him. And then we see what appears to be an ass pull. I'm not gonna lie, but this straight up came out of nowhere. And this to me is the beginning of Kaido's massive nerfs happening right now. And this is all because of Raizo. I think his name's Raizo. Doing some scroll ninjutsu. And this scroll ninjutsu is so powerful that it can not only stop the blast breath, it could absorb it and redirect it back at its user. How is this possible? We're talking about, how is this even remotely possible? Like, this is absurd to me. Does it even have a devil fruit? Has it been confirmed he has a devil? I don't think it's been confirmed. This to me is looking like a major plot hole right here. Cause when Kinemon cut the fire, it was foreshadowed since Punk Hazard when he said, "I can cut fire." That was something that was 100% expected to happen. We all expected it, but this is just, it came out of nowhere. This like incredible power boost like Raizo got with this scroll that can wrap around anything. And it says right here, my scrolls can wrap around anything in existence. That means if Whitebeard comes with a quake attack, this dude could literally wrap around the quake, absorb it, and redirect it at Whitebeard. Raizo is looking like he could low diff Whitebeard. Blackbeard comes in. He does his yami yami, or whatever the black fruit or black hole. He could literally wrap around the black hole, absorb it, and redirect it at him. Like, the list can go on and on. Where did he get this power? What was this never mentioned before? I think this is a plot hole. And a big one at that. If this is how Oda's gonna nerf Kaido, I honestly don't like it. Like, seriously, no. Just have Big Mom betray him in the back and like backstab him. And then I think that's more believable because, she's Yonko. She's on equal footing to Kaido. But you have this guy just come up with this random technique. And you know what's the biggest problem here? Why didn't he use this before? When Odin fought against the first round, why didn't he use this before? How come he didn't shield Odin from the attack? Like, what the hell's going on here? I hope there's some explanation to this. Like, power up all out of nowhere. Well, let's hope. And then we see this one's actually better. And we get remnants to like, Odin is actually trying to teach him his two-sword style. But it gets vague, like, they'll start to compete to the point they'll kill each other for the first disciple position. And Kaido just laughs at this, like, yeah, don't imitate them. And it's just like they're holding swords and they actually come in for the attack. And he's actually gonna do another blast breath. Why is he doing blast breath if Kinemon can cut it, and we have a broken Raizo who can literally deflect anything, and and they reopen. What I'm seeing here is they're reopening his wound. The wound Odin gave him has been reopened, and we see his eyes like fade off like in nothing. Is Kaido Kaido temporarily knocked out? Who knows? Will Kaido after this take this battle seriously? Probably. And we're gonna see where this goes, because this is one major nerf and some super power up to one character, so this is unclear to me. I don't understand how this came out of nowhere. That's the problem here. But we'll see where this goes. Anyway, the chapter is okay. It progressed the battle further, and I'm hoping Raizo dies because of this mysterious super power up. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Enjoy.